Hello, hello, it's me again, the Metaverse Explorer, back again with another episode of Grape Solana Alpha. This time we have an interview with the Serum and Convergence Hackathon submissions. This time we're talking to, actually, what's my guest's name? Can you give us your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Evan Marshall. I'm the CTO of Demox Labs.
Demox Labs, and they're actually, their submission is called TweetPay, and that's what we're looking at on the screen at the moment. We have Evan Marshall and Baron Caster. Now, they have an exciting idea that they submitted onto the Solana Hackathon. So for the next 15 minutes, we're going to talk to him. We're going to find out about the product, about their team, and about a little bit more about what they're trying to build here. This is their website, Demox Labs, and you can find them on Twitter as well over here. And I've got their white paper up. Everything, all the details are going to be in the description for you below. So, Evan, how are you going? I know you're in the hacker houses in America. How's it going there?
Oh, it's so much fun. I'm here in LA. I don't know if you can hear the music. I haven't, if you see me squinting, it's because I haven't had this much sun in like 3 years.
You've been
So,
inside building
so
so
it's a great
much.
time.
Nice, nice, man.
Yeah, the computer screen isn't friendly to the sunlight. So,
I can just imagine, like, I was gonna make a joke about, how you're on night mode all the time, and then the white screen comes up, and you're like, ah, yeah.
dude, one time I even had to use light mode on Visual Studio Code. It was so bright out. My fiance, she's also a programmer. She saw me. She was disgusted. She's like,
Yeah, right on. Like, yeah, night mode is the best, of course. So, Evan, jokes aside, you've submitted into the Serum and Convergence Hackathon. Your submission is called TweetPay. But before we get to the product, we all know that the team is who builds the product. We need to find out about you and Baron. Can you give us a small introduction to yourself, please, and the team behind you building this product?
yeah. So, really quickly about me and Baron. I met him after my first job at college. I went to MIT, got a degree in computer science, moved out to San Francisco, worked at a company called became an engineering manager there and led recruitment. I met Baron Castor there. He was I think like a VP of product, and then he got promoted to lead their entire AI division.
Nice.
We just always were kind of hanging out after work, talking about, at that time, it was like 2018, so we just called it crypto. But we had been talking about it so much. And then I left and actually started a company. And it was like completely unrelated. It was like CBD stuff, but I had a successful exit from that business. And Baron was like basically just like ready to try something new. The timing was good.
Yep.
So we kind of used the last year just like focusing, what do we want to build, where's the white space in Web3,
Hmm.
and then came up with Demox, which we're super excited about. It's a permissionless and trustless way to get Web2 data onto Web3, and that just like doesn't exist right now.
Awesome. So, like, that's a key word that you said right there. It doesn't exist right now, which makes me super bullish sometimes when you're trying to build something new. So we're looking at the website at the moment. So you have an introductory video, which gives you a small example, which is awesome. So you do have a little extract here, what it does. Now, from your words, from like a retail perspective, can you give us a very brief explanation of what TweetPay does?
Yeah, so TweetPay is intended to be a consumer or maybe a B2B application. We're going to be adding a lot more to it, but essentially it solves the problem of getting robbed by influencers.
Mm.
If you've ever worked with influencers
Super
and
big
you've
issue.
deployed a budget, yeah, it's a multi-billion-dollar issue.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, go on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, sorry. Well, so the way it works is like essentially you deposit the funds into an escrow account using our interface. You tell, the on-chain program what it should match against, like certain hashtags
Yep.
or account tags, and then you submit it. And then as soon as the person tweets, we're constantly scraping Twitter to get all of the accounts, and we're doing it through the Demox way, so it's safe.
Yep.
And putting that immediately on chain releases the funds. So there's no way for an influencer to get robbed, and there's no way for the
The
marketer
product.
to
Yeah.
lose their money either.
Right on.
You know, still really early stages, but we set it up for all the judges. So if any of the judges are listening, they can try it out. Hopefully this video helps educate them how.
Yeah, right. So that's the note that's at the bottom of the submission, isn't it? So it's saying that we're donating $50 in Sol to each judge who tweets at Demox Labs and Convergence Hackathon. So to my understanding, as to what you've just explained, basically these funds are locked on the blockchain at the moment, and using the product behind it, you're able to scrape for whatever data they've put out. If it meets the criteria of what you guys have set, then the funds gets released. Do I have an understanding of it?
Exactly. And one small element too is that the tweet can actually include an address.
Yep.
So you can actually
Direct it.
You know, you can like receive money with no wallets interacting. Like the person who's tweeting, if maybe they have a wallet already set up, you know, we're thinking about some sort of custodial service, but we want to make it super easy to onboard Web2 users to be like playing with, you know, with Web3 tokens.
Awesome, man. This is super interesting. I haven't seen any product like this on Solana or in the market actually. Do you think there are any people who are trying this idea out? Any kind of competitors in this space you might have? I don't know of any, to be honest.
Yeah. So I actually think like pretty much all work, you know, has like a chain. Like I think that our kind of our real addition to the theory is using the DVPN.
Yep.
No one's ever tried to do that before. People have tried to use TLS protocols before. There's actually two companies that were started by the same guy who was his name's Fan Zhang. If you're watching this, dude, mad respect. Like you created Town Crier, which was TLS plus Intel SGX, which is like basically a trusted execution environment sponsored by Intel. Didn't really work. Then his second company that got acquired is like a brilliant idea, and it uses Chainlink's oracles instead of a VPN. Like you need some extra piece.
Yep.
And he decided that piece should be Chainlink's oracles. And they got acquired, and they're going to be launching some really cool stuff in the next year or two. Nice. They don't have a lot of press about it. I haven't seen like too much about it publicly, but you know, you could have a decentralized casino that verifies you're 21 years or older by going to like a government site.
Oh, nice.
You can do some really like cool zero knowledge, like, you know, you don't have to give your social security number to prove you're a citizen or something like that.
Man, this is the kind of Web 3.0 stuff that I've been waiting for. We need this stuff to be built so that we can improve ourselves. I'm super excited for this. This is crazy.
So yeah, that's what Deco is doing. I haven't seen too many other people try this approach. I expect that like as Deco is released and we're releasing stuff, more people will try it out. And something we're trying to do is like make sure we're actually like pushing code so people can play with it and try it out.
Yep.
You know, there's no Deco code available right now, and the Town Crier code, which was kind of like his predecessor, all of that's under a very strict commercial license as part of like Cornell research.
Right on, right on. I want to shift the conversation back onto TweetPay. So where you guys, the first kind of iteration MVP is TweetPay from Demox Labs. Once you guys have gone through Twitter and like you're able to prove the functionality behind this, what's the next kind of social media you guys will be targeting, and what's the next kind of iteration of TweetPay?
So we have some ideas in mind because we both worked with influencers before. We know that features and platforms is like the way to expand it.
Yep.
We want to add Discord. We have some ideas about using a Discord bot. That's kind of like communicating the conversation of what's happening in a Discord.
Mm-hmm.
We think that's a really cool approach. We also think like Instagram, you know, is where I deployed most of my budget. And we really want to find other projects. So like if what we're working on sounds exciting to you, like reach out to me. I'm pretty easy to get in contact with. And like we want to build things for other Web3 projects. We love building like things direct for the consumer, but we really see this as like an ecosystem play, and we don't want to do everything ourselves, and we want to bring in other projects.
Yeah, man,
So like
you got to
layer
work.
3,
Sorry, keep going.
yeah. Oh, like layer 3 is someone who we just started talking with, had a good conversation. We'll see how it goes. As like they have a lot of Twitter bounties, right? Like they ask their users to do things on Twitter,
Yep.
and it's super manual and not very safe to verify it.
Yep.
So what we want to do is like kind of be their data layer and allow them to, you know, do more like the bounties they already have automated, and then easily add new automated bounties. So that's kind of like what we're thinking in terms of the influencer market, and we're also adding features so that it's more of a full-fledged platform.
Awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it. And will this be a standalone website on TweetPay, or this will be like connected to Demox Labs?
Yeah, it's going to be a standalone website. Something that we're really thinking about is kind of like when you're launching a protocol, sometimes you have to build applications to show people like, hey, this is cool, new things you can do.
The MVP.
But we think it like if we put it by a DAO, right? If we created this influencer marketplace and we added a treasury behind it and decentralized it, so that we weren't running it, that's kind of like what I see as the ideal, you know, long-term vision, where it's kind of like a self-funded escrow marketplace, like through the DAO.
Yep.
That would be my ideal, and allowing us to like focus most of our energy on Demox.
Right on, man. And speaking on Demox, I have the white paper up at the moment. It's in depth. It's got it's got a bit of information there. This is the abstract for anyone that wants to see it. I've just zoomed in here, so feel free to pause here. But we can go down. We've read the abstract in the background a bit. I've gone down to kind of the tokenomics. So I know everything is still being fleshed out, but what kind of information can you give us about Demox's tokenomics at the moment?
Yeah, I think on the tokenomics, like there are other decentralized VPNs out there, like Orchid, that we're looking at in terms of how do we see what they did and what they did well and poorly, and modify it
and improve. Yeah.
It's an active area of development.
Yeah.
We're looking for help on it. I think our model is like a little bit flipped, because it would be like a DVPN that like paid you to use it. Kind of like in the same way that Serum has cranks that are paid to like actually execute trades safely, you know. So the economics are a little bit flipped. The things that I can say for certain is we're building it in a composable way so that people are going to be able to add their own endpoints. And it is really going to be fully decentralized. Kind of the standard is we're building out this DVPN. Right now, it's a VPN that's run by us. But when we do add the tokenomics, which we're exploring right now, our goal is to be, you know, kind of just put it out there. I really think that our project is important in the sense that like solving the Oracle problem is one of the key infrastructures that Web 2 has, in terms of like ICANN, like SSL certificate authorities. There's so much infrastructure there that it's all nonprofits, international stakeholders. That's our goal, is to transfer that. So we're really looking at how do we preserve the open source ecosystem that created all these protocols that enable the internet. And we don't want to just like privatize a protocol.
No.
That's already part of Web 2. So if there are people who have good ideas about how it looks like, we're definitely all ears. We think that this is a really big idea. We're going to need lots of people helping build it in lots of ways. So maybe that's not the complete answer, but you know.
No, man, that's
early.
That's a great answer. That's a great kind of endpoint for us as well. So building Web3 is not an easy feat. You know, everyone's experimenting. We've got to try and all work together and get the right combination so that we can all flourish, I guess. So if you do think like you can contribute to Evan and Demox Protocol or TweetPay, have a look at their submission on DevPost. I have it on the screen at the moment. So that's devpost.com/TweetPay. And you can find them on Twitter as well. So I guess looking at the timing mark, we're just about 15 minutes. Evan, any last words for us before we go?
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you to Solana for putting the Hacker House together. I really recommend other people looking at Solana try to go through it. It's like it's a complete flip of like being here with everyone and like meeting all the faces. So definitely do that. And if you have interesting ideas for how you want to use Web2 data in your on-chain programs, reach out for me. We want to build it for you. You know, we're excited. We have the resources. We're ready to go. So,
Awesome.
and thank you for having me. I think it's so cool you're doing these interviews. Like, you're adding a lot of value here, and I'm appreciative.
Well, no problems, man. My pleasure. Like I always say, I can't build any websites. I'm not a dev. I can't code. I'll leave all the hard work to you. I'll just give you a platform so that you can get your message out and let people know that you guys are building something great here and they should all come together and build. And I would definitely agree on Solana part as well. Coming here over from ETH, experiencing what I think to be true Web3, where everyone's coming together to build something great. I'm not leaving anytime soon. So I'm around here for the rest of my life. We'll end it here, guys.
Our idea wasn't possible without Solana.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally the fees on Ethereum are so high that some applications just don't make sense.
Yeah, man. From a retail's perspective, I can't do anything. If it's even on layer two, it still takes me like $4 to send a transaction on Arbitrum. So I've come to Solana and I'm like, I'm here. That's it. This is it. I'm good. Yeah, that's it, man. We'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. This is their dev post. Go and have a look at them. If you think you can help them, contact them on Twitter. I'll leave all the details you need on the link description down below. Thank you very much, Evan. Appreciate your time, and I hope the Hacker House goes really well. You meet some teammates there. They're able to help you build what your vision is.
Well, thank you so much. It's been my pleasure, and hopefully we get to talk again soon.
All right, guys. No problem. See you later. Bye.
All right. Bye.